Hello everyone, and welcome to another DIL concept analysis. This is a series of videos where I discuss about each dinosaur concept released by the devs team. If you are interested in checking another analysis, I will put a notification on the top right corner that will take you directly to the playlist. Today we will explore the Herrerasaurus concept art, so sit back and enjoy the video. Herrerasaurus ishigualastensis, meaning Herrera's lizard, was a small theropod from the late Triassic, 235 million years ago in northwestern Argentina. This genus is one of the oldest dinosaurs from the fossil record, so much so that this guy is 10 million years younger than them. They truly saw the beginning of the dinosaurs. Herrera is the biggest species of the Herrerasauridae family, a branch of the Saurischian clade, one of the oldest clades that belong to the dinosaurs. Measuring up to 6 feet tall and 20 feet long, this small meat-eater was fully bipedal. Possessing a relatively small head and long stiff tail, this dinosaur's body was adapted for speed. Just a small note, Herrera's case in paleontology is very confusing and involved in mystery due to the lack of specimens. So when it comes to size, it's not really clear how big they actually were, but this is the best estimation I could find. Their arms end with 3 curved, sharp claws designed for grasping prey. In addition, their narrow and primitive skulls had a flexible joint that could slide back and forth, delivering a grasping bite, making this early dinosaur a surprisingly efficient predator. Herrera is on a weird, dire situation in Legacy. An old dinosaur that, unlike Gallimimus and others, hasn't been worked on for years, being forgotten and abandoned in Sandbox. But before jumping into that, let's talk about its visual design. Its bulk anatomy remains the same as its legacy model and represents the original dinosaur well enough. The new model keeps its slim structure, adding more detail to its design as expected. However, the major change on Herrera's model is on its head. Its skull per se didn't change to a very noticeable degree, although changes were definitely made. The most distinctive change, however, or addition rather, is its iguana-like dual lap below its neck. From what we will see in a minute, it won't serve any function when it comes to actual mechanics, even though it does in fact distinguish it from the rest of the small-tier predators. Its implementation is questionable design-wise, being heavily criticized by the community since its reveal. Now with that out of the way, let's go back to the past. Their outdated stats makes them virtually harmless to any player but juveniles. Being the fastest non-strained dinosaur in the entire game, and consuming very little amounts of food while feeding, makes this ancestral lizard a specialized scavenger. However, its current situation is problematic. Here's why. The definition of scavenger is to feed on dead bodies and thus those who depend on decaying matter. In the real world, animals with this type of diet are important for the ecosystem and are required to keep it healthy. Scavengers like vultures do not hunt. They are opportunists, searching for corpses to feed on. However, video games are not real life, and this diet cannot be fully transferred to a game just like the Isle without any modifications. Otherwise it won't be entertaining for the player. Carnivores that are unable to hunt already exist. It's called herbivores. Currently, Herreras are in the pet category, alongside Pekis, Ostros, Avas, and all the AI dinos, being overshadowed by the rest of the roster and rare to be seen in-game due to the lack of popularity. In Evrima, it seems that our fellow will have a completely new and unique playstyle. Let's have a look. time, the concept art is filled with information that we can explore and speculate. The majority of the illustrations display the core, brand new mechanic dedicated to Herrera, tree climbing. Not only they can climb trees, they can also hold, lay, jump to higher locations, other trees, and prey. The fact that we'll possess so much maneuverability above ground enforces the idea that Herreras will live most of their lives on top of trees, being adept jumpers and climbers, easily fleeing from predators as you can see here. It is not certain, but this one possibly implies that players can sleep, therefore log off, on top of trees, turning the process effortless since they do not require the player to pay constant attention to their surroundings. This one confirms that Herreras will now be able to effectively hunt small carnivores like Dryos and Ipsis by falling from trees as a sort of vertical bouncing. Lastly, there's this set of pictures that showcase another new mechanic. It seems that Herreras can lash on bigger, stronger prey and remove a piece of flesh out of their bodies. The result is our small predator being able to feed itself without the need to kill its opponent, something never seen in the out before. The new tree climbing playstyle is something new and refreshing to the game, giving players a new way of viewing and interacting with the world. Jungles will now be just as dangerous for small herbivores as open fields, adding a new layer of possible danger. This also implies that jungles or forests will have thicker, taller trees in order to accommodate such creature, increasing the map's verticality, and with no competition above ground, Herreras will thrive rapidly. The living-eating mechanic works well in conjunction with tree climbing, enabling Herreras to have an easy, quick meal without much danger or effort, rapidly fleeing to the safety of the branches above. Herrera will fill a never-foreseen role of a small-tier ambush predator that focuses on vertical traversal and hunting, preying upon small dinosaurs while snatching bigger ones for a flash feeding session. And that's all for today. Next up, we will investigate the homalocephaly concept art. So if you enjoyed this video and want to watch further analysis, subscribe to my channel. There's also other content that you might enjoy, so feel free to check it out. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next one. Stay safe.